Thank you again for joining us. I know we're in the same clothes and we have the same drinks, but this is a week into 2023.
Yep.
Anyway, we wanted to follow up to the one we just did last week, and that video kind of talked about what are we doing with the channel? Why did we make it? What are we doing? Stuff like that. So this one is actually a follow-up because we're going to go through the 2023 calendar for the year.
What we have so far anyways.
Well, yes.
Subject to change.
Subject to change, and that subject to change is based on you. So the idea of, as we go through all these items, we may say, hey, show us some cool place that you'd like to see on video, and we may take you up on it. If you want to go wheeling, we may take you up on that too. It all depends on what time of the month and year, and we might be able to get there. So definitely, as you listen to the calendar, maybe you can
give us some pointers.
Hit us up and give us some pointers in those particular areas.
I'll start off for 2023. We had planned to go to Winter Jeep Jamboree in Sand Hollow, but one of our good friends is getting married in January, so we will not be attending Jeep Jamboree this year in Sand Hollow. However, most of everything else. What's next after Jeep Jamboree?
Let's see. After Jeep Jamboree, sorry, I've got my phone looking at my notes here. So after that, we have a few things. So we'll be coming up with probably a little bit of off-road content at our home base in Arizona, but we'll probably be mid-February-ish. We'll end up going up to Washington State. We have a couple of friends up there, and we're taking some tools and some other things that they would like to have, and we're gonna travel up there. And they just happen to be one of them happens to be a YouTuber, the other one just some friends of ours. But we'll go up there and maybe we'll do a collab and do something fun. Maybe we can hit some snow wheeling or something.
We will be the Grace and Camo Postal Service.
Correct. Yes, that is.
For those Washington folks.
Yeah, that is our. That's the goal. So, just saying, Mischief Maker. We'll be going around the country. So depending on where you build something next. Yeah.
We'll be the Postal Service.
We'll have 2 Jeeps, more room. Anyway, so
after our trip to Washington, we will head down back to Utah for EJS. Which is the week of, the week leading up to Easter.
Easter, yeah. And it's EJS, for those who don't know, is Easter Jeep Safari. And it has been an ongoing thing for the 4x4 group that's there in Moab. And that particular group has been putting it on, and Jeep themselves actually comes and presents a lot of their concept vehicles and just some of their really cool stuff. And you can actually get in and take a ride and go up some trail, and it's pretty fun. And then from there, our goal is to go across the country. So we have roughly about 2.5 weeks. And in that 2.5 weeks, we'll be stopping probably mid-March-ish, and we'll maybe in Tennessee somewhere. There might be a rally or something that's going on that we'll be stopping at. The next spot, because that's a nice break for us, is going to be with Jeep Beach at Daytona.
Daytona Beach, Florida.
Yep.
From there, we'll probably hang around in Florida for a little bit in May, and we'll check out the Florida Jeep Jam in Panama City.
Yep. So from there, we technically have to come back to Arizona. So let's just say, I'm going to hit that 300,000 miles on the blind way sooner than expected.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't get the miles per gallon necessarily caught up and get all freaked out, because it really is providing the miles per gallon.
Oh yes,
smiles per gallon is way better.
You're seeing all the beauty of the United States, which is great.
Exactly. So from
engines can be upgraded.
oh, so well, that's it.
And then we'll be after Panama City.
Yeah.
We'll be heading back to
Arizona,
Arizona.
and kind of doing our doing maybe some more off-roading content. And there's some folks that I know that we probably will reach out to and work with there as well. But once July hits, we'll be back out again, heading out to Texas. Usually July, the 4th of July, and that kind of that couple weeks is usually visiting family.
Yep.
So we kind of go around, but we'll go through Texas a little bit, and who knows, we may end up hitting Maris Adventure Park out there in Texas while we're down in that area.
Yep.
So then we have the nice adventure to go back halfway across the country to Tennessee, because guess what's up again? The video that just came out last week, which is Great
Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Yep. And oh my goodness, you know, we've seen a couple of videos both from the RV side and some from the Jeep side that, man, it's some of the prettiest places.
Yeah.
And when we got there in 2022, it was, you know, you can say it's beautiful. You can say, oh, you should go see this spot or that spot. Man, it is just
beautiful,
gorgeous. And I'm talking about some, you know, you're talking to some desert rats here, or lizards that are, you know, really love the heat. But man, to take a look at all the trees and the greenery,
yes,
the waterfalls and all those different things. Yeah, if you haven't watched that video yet, go look. I'll put a link up here somewhere for that.
It's emerald green, practically.
Some of them are some of them are green, some of them are clear.
Yep.
Some of them are blue, and it's just so pretty to.
It's like being in the Wizard of Oz.
So pretty to see. So September, we're actually kind of going to be around for the most part, back in Arizona and doing a little bit of stuff that we need to kind of get done back at our home base. But that's only going to be for the beginning of September.
Yeah.
So we'll probably end up
national parks.
Yeah, we'll probably end up going up
Grand
north.
Canyon.
Yeah. We may hit a few of the national parks in the area. We may go up to Utah. We may go to Joshua Tree. We may go to a variety of different places. So we'll be hitting some national parks in probably mid to late September, and kind of going through that with Arizona, maybe Utah, maybe some California. So kind of giving us a variety of different places to go check out. I know there's a couple of other folks that maybe want to hit up in Southern California that we may want to say hi to as we're out and about. But eventually what we'll end up doing is going back up to our favorite place, at least, for a Jeep event, is Trail Hero out in Sand Hollow, Utah, which is pretty much...
Can't miss that one.
Kendra's Disneyland.
Yeah.
So
Disneyland for Jeeps.
Yeah. But that's kind of our goal through October there, and get us through the top end or the beginning of October. We'll have to come back through Arizona. We'll end up maybe going out to New Mexico. We've got more friends there, so we may as well just say hi. Keep going back out, and maybe end up at another Jeep invasion. But which one is that?
Myrtle Beach.
On the other end of the other end of the country.
Yeah.
So
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
And we love Myrtle Beach. We ended up spending some time there, and sadly, there might be some shorts that are going to come out, but there's probably not going to be a full video on Myrtle Beach. We spent a week there, literally on the beach. There was a VRBO that we got into that. We were on the 5th floor of this hotel, and it was an old hotel.
It was a condo
complex that they had switched over. It was a hotel. They made it into a condos. It just became. It was fun. Literally, leave the door open. Loki's hanging out on on a little
Balcony.
Veranda.
balcony, veranda-ish area. Yep. And so
Yeah.
it was fun. But other than that, after October, and that's the other thing is we'll have to see what the weather does.
Yeah.
But we may end up going north. I know there's some folks in a little bit of the eastern states like Virginia that has complained that we went to Michigan to go see some of those folks,
But not to Virginia.
but not to Virginia.
Yeah.
So we may go up that way a little bit and then maybe come back across, kind of keeping it a little bit lower profile so that maybe we can see some fall colors,
Yeah.
but not necessarily see the white colors
Yeah.
that come down in forms of big flakes.
Yeah.
So, but
true.
definitely we may end up seeing you on our trip.
Yep.
So, if you hit us up on Instagram and just say, hey, we've got this that we have in the area around us, we might come wheeling with you.
Yeah.
Just depends
Absolutely.
on where we're at. So, if not, leave us a comment here and say, you should go check out this area. This is kind of one of those small towns or one of these little unknown places.
Yeah.
And I know some people don't like to put out those places because they're worried that people are going to, go mess them up. When we record this, we're recording this as, hey, you know what? We're not going to put it out there and be like, this is exactly the coordinates. Here's your address, and please come. No, we want to show you some of the pieces of that state, maybe the city, but it may not always be technically exactly where we're at.
Right.
So, just because we know that sometimes there's been some places that have just been messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to go into Arizona and go out in the back countries and driving through places, and you get huge ruts and trash and all kind of other stuff that because people just go back there and they don't pick things up.
But little known fact, my favorite thing to carry with me when we go off-roading is a trasheroo.
Yes.
I do like to keep our stuff clean, so
Yep. I'm always doing that.
I will pick up trash if I see it.
So at this point, we've probably hit most of the calendar. We'll probably do a couple of other things again through November, December, and then we'll start over. But
Yep.
I think next year we'll actually be able to hit a few more RV shows, and
Yep.
that's one of the big things we want to see is we want to kind of get a little bit more into that side of the house as well. So besides seeing the beautiful parks and various other places that are available in this country that we can see, we also want to make sure that you guys are also following along and saying, hey, well, this park is pretty cool for getting an RV, and they've got these kind of amenities, things like that. So
Yep. And we have seen some YouTubers out there that have their RVs and they're pulling a Jeep behind them, and some of them are like, I really want to start off-roading. Well, we're coming for you.
yep. So you guys with the Wranglers and Trailhawks that are really excited about that. So we'll probably tag you somewhere in here.
Sure.
But just so you know, if you want to go for a crazy ride and maybe film our demise, so be it. And we'll gladly do a collab with you guys.
Yeah. But thank you for following along
Yep.
on this video. We know this is probably one of our longer ones, but we do appreciate that you follow us along and follow along with us and see what we're doing.
We have some upcoming videos
Yeah.
that are going to be similar to this.
Yeah.
We want to kind of, because of going, to be digital nomads, we want to kind of give you some breakdown of what are we doing? How are we doing it? What are we doing for internet? What are we doing for, just kind of being in touch with everybody?
Yep.
How are we really being able to just go on these different adventures? We'll probably even talk about some financial stuff eventually, to kind of give you guys a breakdown of how we save and how we are able to kind of handle the finance side of things. to be
Especially
able to keep
saving up
going.
for a show hauler.
Exactly, especially saving up for a show hauler. So, But thank you again. Really appreciate you guys, and appreciate you to join us on these videos. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one.
Yep. And please don't forget to like, subscribe,
Comment and
comment,
share.
and share.
Yeah.
And we love you guys, and we will see y'all later.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.